Hello guys, welcome to yet another video. This is F1 with Mike, and it's been a while. I know it's been a while, but come on guys, you guys have to forgive me. I know I have not posted anything uh, I didn't post anything for the last race, and I didn't give my reaction to the Japanese Grand Prix, and we had the last race in China. But you know what? A lot has happened in Formula One. A lot is happening in life. Forgive me for not posting. I know some people reached out to me and like, hey, why haven't you posted anything about what's going on and all of that? But you know what? I'm gonna try and address some of those things now because it's just that life has been lifing. But with Team Bangudu, we have to move. We have to keep moving. So yeah, I've not been able to post for the last two races. You can say one and a half because I did post my predictions for the Japanese Grand Prix, and I was right. Max won. And yeah, but let's get into it. What has been happening in F1? Well, I think if you're a Formula One fan, you could I would say you've been entertained for a while now. But there's one gift that just keeps on giving, and that's Red Bull Racing. I'll get to Red Bull Racing in a while, but for now, let's talk about what has been happening. Last race we had a sprint weekend, which we have a sprint weekend again this weekend. That's the Miami Grand Prix. A video is coming for that, but it won't be long. It's just something short. Basically gonna be my prediction, so an eye out for that one. And then also, yeah, Max Verstappen has won the last two races. He came back like nothing happened. Won in Japan, won the Chinese Grand Prix sprint race. He started in fourth, actually. You should have. I think if you miss anything from the Chinese Grand Prix, you should go watch that qualifying session for the sprint race. That was amazing. Oh, the rain caused so much jeopardy. It was just amazing to see, to be honest. I think Hamilton finished P2 in the sprint race, which was good for Mercedes, to be honest, because no one saw Hamilton near that place. But the performance of the Mercedes in general was good on the weekend, although his qualifying for the main race was just. It was nothing to write home about. But I think he started 19th, but he finished the race in 9th. So I think you would say it was a decent weekend for Mercedes. George Russell was not performing wonders in the other car as well. But it's just Mercedes being Mercedes. Anyway, but Lando finished on the podium in the race. Lando finished P2. So that was good for Lando, right? McLaren coming huge this weekend they're bringing up some upgrades. So let's see what's that gonna mean for this weekend. This week, as I said earlier, this weekend is also another sprint weekend. So yeah, and also Alonso signed a new contract with Aston Martin, keeping him at Aston Martin up to 2026. That is into the first year of the new regulations. I don't know why Alonso decided to do that because I know there's been a lot of speculation linking him to maybe the Red Bull second seat or the second seat in Mercedes. I thought he was weighing up his options, but I think he also noticed that these teams were just using him as a bargaining chip. It's not like they really considered him because I mean, he can't go to Red Bull. That's Max Verstappen. You can't partner Alonso and Max. It's not going to end well. At Mercedes, Alonso and George Russell really go along well. Like they get along very well. But the problem is Kimi Antonelli, the young star of Mercedes, one of their junior drivers currently in Formula 2. Mercedes don't want to lose Kimi Antonelli, and reason why is because they still regret missing out on Max Verstappen. Although there's been rumors as well of Toto wanting to sign Max Verstappen to replace Lewis Hamilton. I think there's a rumor that also Max and Mercedes will be meeting this weekend in Miami to discuss 102. Maybe we might see Max wear a Mercedes merch next year. But you know what? I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't see it. There is no reason Max will leave Red Bull to go to Mercedes. I think the only way it's happening is if Adrian Newey is going with him and Helmut Marko is going with him. But I don't see that happening. Really, it's it's like saying uh, Mercedes is gonna take the core of Red Bull and to get them back to winning ways. I don't think that's gonna happen really because there's just so many factors really. So I'm not going to go that far into it. But yeah, Alonso signed with Aston Martin up to 2026, the first year of the new regulation. So I think the reason why you've not seen a lot of changes in the drivers market right now is because a lot of people are just trying to look at, okay, what can I get where can I get to drive for the year 2025 ahead of the new regulation? Because if you get a long-term contract with a team, you want to be sure and secure that this team is going to deliver on whatever they have, So that's that's been the dilemma from some drivers. But I think given that by the end of 2025, the Red Bull Honda partnership is going to end and it's going to be Honda and Aston Martin, good things might come up. But as we know, history has told us Honda and Alonso don't go together. I remember back then he used to call them. They never finished races so much. He started calling the engine a GP2 engine. Like, you don't want to hear that in a race. But Alonso, I mean, generally, Alonso has changed to as a person because he is one person that in the past always had something to say on the radio. Anyway, so yeah, also Audi, that the current team, stake F1 team, will be known as Audi from the year 2026 because Audi has purchased the 100% takeover of that team. Sauber, Audi, stake F1, whatever you want to call it, that's what it is. So Nico Hulkenberg has signed for them. Now the problem is the other seat. Sorry, let me finish that first. Nico Hulkenberg has signed for Audi from Haas. That means there's a free seat at Haas. But then I'm thinking that free seat will be taken by what's his name? The bloke that drove for Ferrari when Carlos Sainz was Oliver Bierman. Oliver Bierman should take that second Haas seat because I think he's only deserving really. He drove well for Ferrari when he replaced Carlos Sainz, and he's also the standby driver for Ferrari and Haas. So I see no better candidates than Oliver Bierman. I think Oliver Bierman will be in Formula One next year just because of this move that Nico Hulkenberg has made. But then also people are thinking, oh, Carlos Sainz. Why has Carlos Sainz not signed with Audi? Because I think his dad is a rally racing driver and is also sponsored by Audi. But the problem now is I think Sainz is thinking, I'm a better driver than that car. The problem is the current state of that Sauber team or the Audi team at the moment. There's nothing good about it. They have poor pit stops. Their car is not performing well. So it's like Carlos Sainz, I think, is just holding his cards to his chest. It's like, okay, what can I do in this situation? How can I make the best of this situation? How can I milk this situation? What can I get the best out of the situation? What's the best I can get out of this situation, basically? And for him, I think going to Sauber at the moment doesn't really count. It doesn't make sense, to be honest, because in the past, you will say 18 months, only two drivers have won a race in Formula One. It's Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen has won, I think, almost all of them. The two races in which he did not win, it was Carlos Sainz that won. So you could say his stocks are really high at the moment, and he could either go ahead. He's had talks with Red Bull, he's had talks with Mercedes, with Audi as well. But I think he's just holding his cards to his hands. He's not ready to make any decision at the moment, and I just hope it doesn't get back to bite him. And now the big one, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest car designer in Formula One history, Adrian Newey, winner of 13 Drivers' Championships and 12 Constructors' Championship, might be leaving Red Bull. I mean, he didn't. If you are new to Formula One, he didn't win all of them with Red Bull. He won some with McLaren, back in the day. He won some with Williams, and he won some with yours truly, Red Bull. But there's been a lot of rumors that he's gonna be leaving Red Bull at the end of the season. Now there's nothing confirmed. It's just rumors everywhere, to be honest. Because for me, I don't see it happening because it's like I know, yes, there's been a lot of controversy around Christian Horner and all of that, but it doesn't make sense like for him to live at this point. I mean, given also he has a contract up to 2025. There were rumors also out there that he has hired a new team of lawyers to see if they can break him out of his current contract so he can be in new team as early as 2026, which is the beginning of the new regulations. Now, I don't think Red Bull will allow that. To be honest, I don't see how Adrian Newey is gonna get out of this contract situation. But hey, it's law. Nothing is impossible, really. But also for me, it's like aside the whole Christian Horner issue, I think Red Bull is in a very good place with the current regulations. And yes, the current regulations end next year, the ending of next year. By the end of next season, we're going to 2026. Nobody knows who has a great car. Everyone is just going until we get on track and we see, okay, yes, this is the best car. This is not the best car and all of that. But for now, for me, I don't believe Christian Horner, sorry, Adrian Newey is going to leave Red Bull Racing. I think this is all just rumors. And until we get an official announcement that yes, Adrian Newey is leaving, I don't believe anything really. Because there's been rumors that he's going to Ferrari. Because I know they pull out this interview from the past where he said it has there are people he wished he worked with in his career. Like maybe he mentioned Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. But now with Hamilton going to Ferrari, people are saying, oh, maybe it's the Hamilton effect. Pulling Adrian Newey from Red Bull to Ferrari, or will he go to Aston Martin to work with Alonso? I mean, Lawrence Stroll, the father of Lance, has been investing so much in this team, and I think in a way because most of the success that Red Bull have experienced lately has been with the Honda engines. So it's like Honda engine, Adrian Newey, Aston Martin. Everything he wants, money. There's Alonso, there's Honda. He already knows how the Honda engines work, so the car design might just, and you have a great driver in Alonso. But you can also say the same about Ferrari, except with Ferrari, they have their own, they are their own engine manufacturer. They create their own engines and all of that. So I think it might be a bit tougher there, but I mean, the legend might go on. He might not, and he might leave Red Bull and go to either of these teams. I think even Mercedes is in the picture as well because they're trying to get Max Verstappen, so they're trying to get everyone or everything they can get. They're trying to get Helmut Marko, they're trying to get Max, they're trying to get. Listen, everyone just wants a part or a piece of anything you can get from Red Bull at the moment because it's like they're a very well-oiled machine. I'm very surprised no one is even taking their engineers for pit stops, to be honest, because at this point, what's not to take from Red Bull? In the last race, like their pit stops were just amazing. They double stacked twice, and the longest the driver stopped on the spot was 2.1 seconds. Can you imagine how efficient a team that is? But it's just that in the news, there's just been so much negative associated with Red Bull Racing. Oh, we never know. Well, let me know what you think in the comment section because for me, I believe Adrian Newey is going to stay to the end of his contract in 2025. And even if he leaves, the thing is, with his contract, even if he leaves Red Bull in 2025, he cannot work for any other team until 2027 because he will be on a gardening leave in 2026. So, is he going to leave? I don't think so. I think if Adrian Newey should leave Red Bull Racing Team, I think he's either going to retire or he's going to just go into something else really because I know he's also in charge of the design of the Red Bull hypercar, which is coming soon. I don't remember. I think the Red Bull RB17B. That's the car. I think so, yeah. Or is it the RB18? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I did watch an interview on the Red Bull Racing YouTube channel where they mentioned things like that. So yeah, that's what has been going on in Formula One. So yeah, tell me what you think. Where do you think Carlos Sainz will go to? Where is he gonna sign? Where do you think Alonso? Do you think Alonso made a good decision signing with Aston Martin until the first day of the new regulations? I mean, do you think also that Audi made a good choice signing Nico as one of their drivers for the foreseeable future? Let me know what you think. I'm open to the conversation. Kindly like, subscribe, and share to your friends. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Hello guys, good morning. This is the morning right after I finished making my video. And the gift that keep giving just gave again. It is official. Adrian Newey is leaving Red Bull at the end of not at the end, in the first quarter of the 2025 season. Now they didn't say where he's going to or what he's going to do next, but they only said he's gonna complete his I can have it right here. He's gonna complete the building of the Red Bull hypercar, the RB17, and yeah, nobody said anything about retirement. They never said anything about what he's gonna do next. So I guess we have to wait and see what the future holds or what jeopardy is gonna come next after this. So yeah, I just thought I should update that. Man, it sucks. Before I even made the video live, this news came out. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good one. Take care. Peace.